Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This is Firoz Manji from Daraja Press. A warm welcome to you. We are waiting for all the participants who said they would be joining us. But in the meantime, we'll start with the discussions with those who are here. Since the catastrophic destruction in Gaza began over 2 years ago, the world has witnessed an unimaginable assault not only on human life, but on the future itself. Every university in Gaza lies in ruins. Students and scholars have been killed, displaced, and cut off from their dreams. Hospitals, schools, cultural institutions, homes, and even tents have been bombed and people annihilated. It's estimated that more than a third of the Palestinian population of Gaza has been slaughtered. Yet, amidst this rubble and the grief, a powerful act of resistance persists, the act of writing. And as one of the contributors, Hada Hamed, writes, "But they shall never be hungry in spirit. Their humility and dignity keeps them full even when their stomachs are empty. Their dignity is bound to this land. Their humility is life itself." We Are Still Here is an anthology called An Anthology of Resilience, Grief, and Unshattered Hope, is a collection of raw, urgent testimonies from Gaza university students. These are not distant reflections, they are real-time poems, stories, and essays forged in the crucible of survival. In this vital interview, we speak directly with some of the student contributors and editors of this groundbreaking anthology. They insist, we are not numbers, we are stories, and we are still here. Let me bring everyone into the studio. Welcome, everyone. Let's see if we can get as many of you together. We are joined also today by Prof. Zahid Pranjal and Jacob Norris, the editors of this excellent collection. This is marvelous. I just want to give a little extra time to allow others who might be joining us, depending on internet connections in Gaza. But while we're waiting, perhaps we can go around and introduce ourselves very briefly. Shall we start with Rula? Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. I'm Rula Ibrahim Abulkhair, 20 years old here, from living in Gaza City, studying medicine at Al-Azhar University, third year medical student.
Welcome, welcome. Hada, how about you?
Hi, first of all, I want to say that it's a pleasure to be here today and see you. My name is Hada Mohammed Ahmed, and I'm a third year English literature student at Al-Azhar University. I'm 20 years old. Actually, I want to say that I have a passion about writing and literature in general since I was a child. So majoring English literature and having my own writings is one of my dreams and has always been one of my dreams.
Oh, great. Well, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Nadine. Would you like to
Hello,
introduce yourself? Yes. Hi.
I want to introducing myself. My name is Nadine. I'm a student at Al Azhar University. I'm joining to the We Are Still Here book with Dr. Zahid and Jacob, and I'm so pleasure and honored to be in this book to to make this world see what we are suffering and what we face it in Gaza.
Great. Well, warm welcome. Abdullah.
Yeah, hi everyone. I hope all of you are doing great and well. It's me, Abdullah Al Holi, from the greatest place in this world, which is Gaza Strip, and I'm a junior at Al Azhar University, majoring in English language in English language and teaching method.
Okay, good. Before we get into the discussions, I wonder if any of you may have lost family who you may want to honor as martyrs before we get further on.
Yeah, it's me. I lost the whole of my family.
Oh. Hada, we
Yeah,
can't hear you. Okay.
yeah. Also, me, I have lost my biggest brother, and he was not just like my brother. He was my second parent. He was my guiding light, and to be honest, he's married and he has five children, and he now passed away and left them with no father to get care and to take care of them.
Oh, God. Anyone else? Obey, you want to contribute? Welcome, Obey.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Would you like to introduce yourself briefly?
Okay, sure. It's Bejuda. I study English translator at Lazar University 2023. I'm 23 years old in the next month, and I'm work filming in this in the before the war, and now I'm the head and I'm leader to We Are Still Here in Gaza.
Okay, good. Well, shall we start with the two editors? How did you make this happen? Zahid.
Hi, everybody.
Sorry, but
How did I make this happen? Did we make this happen? So, it started a while ago. I think, you know, we started teaching Palestinian students in Gaza back in 24, and then it kind of expanded our project from teaching medicine to other subjects. And last year, June, July time, we started teaching English language, conversational English language. And we had almost, I believe, 1,000 students signed up, and obviously we had the groups of medical students and other um, that also studying with us. During that displacement, during the harsh reality, the famine and all those things that are going on, um, I had students write to me with their reflections of what's happening in their lives, and and I was really, I was blown away. I mean, the quality of writing. I'm not a writer, scientific writer maybe, but not really into sort of the stories and poetry. And so when I saw and I read some of their writings, and I was blown away. And I thought, you know what, their stories need to get out to the world. The world needs to hear their voice. And I was desperate to find out how can I do it in a way that's going to get out to the world. And the first thing I did was set up an Instagram page. That's quite easy. But then this book idea came came to me, and I thought, you know what? Let me speak to Jacob. I'm sure he'll tell you more about it. But when I spoke to Jacob and I said, look, I think we can get a book out of their writings. What do you think? And he agreed. So I put a call out to the students. We received 100 writings within about, I think, 2 weeks, almost 100 writings, and you had back and forth. A lot of them didn't have connections, and they were being displaced. And this is a lot of the pieces were written as they were being displaced. Handwritten on pieces of papers, and some of them wrote it on their phones, and it was collected through WhatsApp. It was all done on WhatsApp. Everything was done on WhatsApp. I mean, that's the quickest and easiest way to communicate with our fantastic students in Gaza. And yep, then Firoz, with your help, we have a book. We are still here, and the credit goes to all the authors, all the student authors. And I can tell you that some of them wanted to join today, but the connection, I think they don't have it simply, so they're unable to join. That's it for me. I think that's a very short summary of how we got to this stage. Yeah, thank you.
I can just say a few words to add to that. I completely share Zahid's sentiment that all of the credit goes to the students who have written this book. These guys are fantastic writers and poets, and when Zahid first started to share these pieces of writing with me, I was highly impressed at the quality of the writing. Some of the poems were originally in Arabic and others were originally in English. As you've heard, many of the students here are studying English and some are studying translation studies. So you're talking about students who are really talented, and that came across very strongly. So I think there was a very powerful desire on the part of myself and Zahid to get this published as quickly as possible, given the severity of the situation in Gaza. And so we took the manuscript and a proposal to Daraja Press, and Firoz in particular, as editor-in-chief of Daraja, was fantastic at turning this around very quickly. And I think that's been key for all of us to see this come to light, and to be published in such a short space of time is absolutely critical. So very thankful to Daraja Press for that. And I just want to reiterate that point. These guys joining us today, and many others who can't join us today, these guys are poets, and they have poetry in their blood. Gaza has long been a center of learning, a center of writing. The Prophet Muhammad's great-grandfather, Hashim ibn Abd Manaf, was buried in Gaza. Gaza has long been referred to as Hazrat Hashim. In ancient Greek times, there was a rhetorical school of Gaza founded by the scholar Aeneas. And this has an ancient legacy, Gaza. It has 12 accredited universities, almost, all of which have been destroyed in the genocide. And the two universities that all of the students who wrote this book come from, that's the Islamic University of Gaza and predominantly Al-Azhar University, are sites of great learning and have produced many great writers and scholars, and the students here today are amongst those. I think sometimes in the cycle of international news, Gaza gets portrayed in a certain way, and what gets lost is this very deep and rich history and present-day culture of learning, writing, and creativity, and that's what comes through so strongly in this book. Do we still have Firoz with us?
Yeah, it's an honor to have you guys send us this incredible manuscript.
Firoz, I think you're on mute. Can't hear you.
Am I still? Oh gosh.
No, you're good now. You're good now. We can hear you now. Okay,
all right. Yes. No, it's a real honor to have been able to publish this book and to be associated with. How can I put it? Writings that, for me, really express a profound humanity of the people of Gaza. And for me, it's essential reading because what it does, what these writings and these poems, these stories do, is to remind us of the loss of humanity that we ourselves are experiencing. And so this book for me is absolutely essential reading for all those who are involved. So perhaps we can open up the discussion. I mean, first thing is, you're students, and in a situation where it must be almost impossible to write, to study. Hada, you put together a beautiful poem, a very meaningful poem. Tell us what made you want to write. Hada?
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't hear the question. Could you please?
Sorry, yeah, I just want to know more about what made you want to write, and particularly write poems for this book.
Yes, sure. I think writing for us as Palestinian is much more than words on a page. Writing is an act of defiance. Um, through writing and by writing, we resist being erased, and we resist the destruction of ourselves, of our lives, and of our education. And I think by writing, maybe we can preserve our memory, not only our personal lives and so on, but also the history of our people and the history of our education and our essence. And I think also writing can preserve the self because, in the middle of the destruction, in the middle of the starvation and fear, writing was the only thing that can enable us to hold into our identity, our humanity, and our existence. So this feeling leads us to write so powerfully. Yes.
Others like to comment, please.
Um, Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, my name's Hiba Abu Hussein, and I contribute in this book because writing is a form of survival. It wasn't a luxury, but a necessity. And through writing, I transformed fear into language and pain into meaning. Um, Actually, writing, it is a therapeutic space where my mind and soul could meet when everything else felt unstable. Um, Actually, writing in English. I remember that day that when I sat beside my grandpa, who is retired now, but he told me you will be a person who will reach your voice higher and higher, and everyone can hear it. But now he is in the heaven, and I know he is in the best place he can ever live. And that's it.
Others who would like to contribute. What made you write? Okay, let's give a perspective then on how you see the present situation in Gaza and in Palestine as a whole. We're hearing in the news about the establishment of a board of peace, which even Netanyahu has been invited to participate in. What is it? How does this look like from where you are?
I just want to comment that since the ceasefire, there is 1,000 and more, I think, people were killed and were martyred. And I can call this is a fake peace because today there was an airstrike that targeted 3 journalists.
Yeah.
So for the current situation in Gaza, there's no peace, and for the situation of the people, the civilians are suffering. The rains floods the streets. Tents are drowning, and the rains. There's the infrastructure is so bad. So the whole situation nowadays is so bad, and it is the worst ever. I don't think that is going to be a worse situation than we are live in.
Others would like to contribute? Anyone else like to contribute to that? Obey.
What was the question?
Well, from where you are in Gaza, what does the situation look like for you? What does the future look like?
Can I tell you?
Please.
The situation today in Gaza is not blurring, is everything under the table. You don't know what a situation exactly means. So I don't know what the answer about this question actually, because I don't know what a situation, I don't know where we are. I don't know what is going on in the future. Maybe we're gonna die. Maybe we're gonna keep it alive. Nobody knows actually. The situation is going hard every day and going easy every day. Nobody know actually. So if I will tell you about situation, I don't have the exactly answer, because the killing is absolutely is going on. The suffering, the famine, the killer, the hospital full of journalists, and this is not a case fire or something.
Yes, honestly, I agree with my colleague Nadine. The situation is so gloomy and so mysterious. It is unknown
Yeah,
who's gonna be the leader, who's gonna
the
govern
mystery
our
situation
city.
actually.
Yeah.
Others wishing to comment? It would be good to hear from different perspectives. Obey, what about you?
Yeah. Hi. Okay. I can explain this situation in one word. We are just waiting alive, waiting the light from the darkness. And if I ask the 3 journalists, as had said today, we have airstrike because they are filming a tent with the drones. Just when the journalists stand and record the situation in this tense. The Israeli strikes killed them, and they are martyrdom. And it's not the first time. There's always died because it's the power, and no one can tell them enough. And what's about the future? They're very hard, and there's no answer about the future because we don't know about what will happen today. We just waiting for the light.
Other people wishing to contribute to that? So what did writing mean for you? I mean, what comes across and I read is both inspiration, resilience, a love of life, and incredible hope.
Okay, writing for me, writing for me, it's a life. When I was anxious, when I was feeling not good, and I can't do anything, as we are in this situation, or in the 2 years, we're just writing to find myself. Actually, I write so I don't I don't want to die, even if I do that. Even if I die, like Mahmoud Darwish, there's here now here is the name, but there's life in our situation, in our mind, in our brain.
Rula, would you like to comment?
The internet is not stable. I can't hear the question.
I'm just wondering whether anyone would like to contribute to this idea. Why did you want to write? What does writing mean for you in this book?
Can I answer you?
Yes.
Please.
The writing means for me a lot. Exactly, for a Palestinian person, it's mean a lot. If you are a Palestinian guy and you're writing, that means a lot for you, because the writing for a Palestinian guy is a freedom, you know. So when to be under the olive tree and talked with my grandma, I just wrote this in the story or anywhere else, and so I feel my writing to me is a freedom, absolutely.
Can I answer this question?
Can I share my answer?
Please.
I want to say that this anthology is not just a book. These texts were written in real time, not after survival. For me, I shared my story in like I don't know if I will wake up tomorrow. So I named my story Resilient Rula because I want the world to hear me and feel that I'm here. I feel and I resist through words. And Gaza students have stories, dreams, future. but the Israeli occupation still like attacked us, not attacked the building, attacked humans, professors, doctors, students. They kill the trees and the rocks, like they saying. But in a place like Gaza, you have to be always standby. This war, uh, like the quotation, life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's
Can I share also my answer?
Please, please.
Basically, writing for me, as I previously displayed, that writing, since I was a child, I was so passionate about writing and literature. But writing through this genocide and through this war, I think put a kind of responsibility on our shoulders as Palestinians, because everyone in the city have tried the same experience in the same experiences somehow. So we tried to help each other at the very least. And also building on the point that I have mentioned in my writing, 12 kilograms, that maybe the words will survive, maybe I won't. By writing, we resist being erased, and our words will refuse to disappear. Because simply we are still here, still standing, still telling our stories. Because we are not only just headlines, just numbers, just statistics. We are all humans with emotions who love life, who want life. We are not Superman or Superwoman who have an extreme ability to suffer and to long all of these hardships. We are so normal people who love life, who love the simplest life. That's why I decided to highlight this in my writing and help my society.
That's very good. Heba,
Yeah. Actually, before my grandfather was killed, or martyred, I once sat beside him and read to him English poems I had written about Gaza. He told me he saw someone who could carry her voice to the world in real language and urged me never to stop writing. Actually, writing became the place where my grandfather's voice continued to live when everything felt unstable. Writing became a therapeutic space where memory, grief, and clarity could meet. Writing allowed me to turn personal loss into testimony and silence into meaning. That's what writing meant to me.
yes, yeah. Abdullah,
Actually, writing it means for me everything, especially for this book. It was an act of survival and a powerful weapon. Also, it allowed me to express everything I couldn't say and what it is in my interior, otherwise transforming fear and lose into testimony and leaving a trace that declares we loved, and we endured. It also gave me the courage to speak openly about the reality of pain in Gaza Strip and the destruction in Gaza. The daily terror, the stolen ordinary moments, the grave that never resists. Through this book, I found a strength to tell the truth as we live in Gaza Strip, not as statistics or distant news, But as akin a human experience, writing pushed me to name the suffering and to confront it without softening its currently, and to insist that our pain deserves to be seen and heard around the world. And giving voice to Gaza wounds, I reclaimed a part of myself that violence tried to silence us. These words are not only mine. These words, yes, are not only mine. They carry the weight of countless stories trapped beneath the rubble and grave.
Wow. Wow. Anyone else like to comment on this? What did writing mean for you? What does it mean today? Okay, there are huge number of authors. Only a few of you are here today. But as you, first of all, I'm just so thrilled that you have copies of the book, that it was available in Gaza. That means so much. Alhamdulillah. That's great. Thank you, Obe. Yeah. But okay, so you had a chance to read the oh yes, wonderful, Nadeem. You've all had a chance to read your colleagues' other writings. Tell me your reaction to this collection, not just your own writings, but the writings of others.
I can say that, first of all, to be honest, I expect to read the same experiences as mine, as or building on the point that all of us witnessed the same war. But on the contrary, I was surprised by new experiences, different perspectives of my colleagues. This thing I think was so important because even when you live and experience the same thing, um, another people will see what you don't see. I don't know if my idea is clear, but
Go on.
what? Yeah. So I was so surprised by seeing and knowing new testimonies and the new experiences through my colleagues. One of them were surrounded by the Israeli occupation for one night and a half, I think, in a Sabra neighborhood, which is so terrifying for me, and I couldn't imagine this. Yes, that's it.
Anyone else like to?
Actually, a lot of colleagues wanted these copies, but we have a limit. We can't share this book at all because we have 30. Yeah, 30. And I share with the authors, not to hold this country or to hold this people and authors, but we can share with them some photos, some stories. We can't share the book because it's my mind.
Well, we'll have to find a way to get you more copies.
Thank you, inshallah.
That's of course. Zahid, do you want to pose some questions yourself in terms of the contributions here?
My contribution or their contribution? Sorry.
Well, their contributions, but your reflections on this as well.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. My contribution, nothing. Absolute zero. I think reflection-wise, I've known these guys for a long time. Well, actually, I feel like I've known you forever now. Actually, we've had so much engagement, interactions, discussions around about Gaza, about their lives, about the future, about pretty much everything. And we speak almost every day, every other day with Obey, with Hada. We're very engaged on WhatsApp, and I always know what's happening. And the one thing I've found is that the book has given them a bit of confidence, to boost their confidence in terms of how much they can achieve during under those circumstances that they live in currently. For example, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, Obey, Hala, and Farah Ajur, they organized a workshop in Gaza. It was a book launch plus a workshop for children, and it was sort of a therapeutic sort of art therapy session where they got together. I think they had 40 children under the age of 10.
Wow.
And yeah, and they got together, they were drawing, painting, and I joined also first few minutes to speak online, and to me that's what it should be. It's the
Actually,
book,
they use
the
our book.
workshop, the project is for Palestinians by Palestinians, and who are best placed to run it than the students themselves with their creative thinking, their nuance, the new way of sort of leading, so new leadership style. And but under these circumstances, I mean, there's so much to learn from what they've achieved and what they're doing. So that's my reflection. Actually, it's kind of how we take that forward, not just in terms of their personal life, their sort of development, but also they're also kind of spreading the good words, the good work to their local communities. And I think that's what stands out from what they've done. So the idea now is to hopefully establish that and expand on that activity in Gaza. I think this is something we really want to do that because it is for them. So yeah, that is my reflection.
Thank you. I mean, I assume that all of you continue to write. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'm writing for 2 years before 2 years ago before the war, not in this war, and we have 2014, we have 2020, we have 2009, we have a lot of wars, and we writing about just a war. I'm just writing for a lot of things, and I'm working for a novel. I, it's I can't finish it right now because I'm trying to finish my novel. But it's not about the war, but as a Gazans people, everywhere and everything we talking about, and that should be some point in the war. But it's about the book. In the first time when I see the book, yeah, it's my dream. Whoa, it's my dream. I can't imagine what happened. It's fast. Whoa, it's a very big, and I'm really wanted to thank Dr. Zad because he's do everything.
So how much have you been influenced by the writings of your colleagues?
Today, someone in my college wanted to called to me after the interview. Told to me, "I want your copies. I want copies. I can't. It's mine."
Yeah. Nadeem, do you want to say something?
actually, I just want to tell you, I loved writing. I was writing when I was 12 years ago, and I'm actually all the time I wrote about traveling. I want to traveling around the world. I wrote about history all the time. When I think this is my first time after 7 October, I wrote about the war and about Gaza. I don't wrote so much about war and something like occupation, Gaza. My imagination is a fantasy so much more than reality.
Other comments? Are we expecting a second volume?
What was the question?
Right. Well, to this one, just saying, well, if you are continuing to write, are we expecting another volume to be published? We are still here, number 2.
So you are asking if we are gonna continue writing in the future?
Yeah, and if we can expect another book to
What
come
will
out.
be?
Actually, one of my dreams and my goals for this new year is to have my own novel, which is something I'm currently working on. I believe that what we have witnessed through this genocide must be documented. But sometimes I felt that I am so bored by the normal way of writing, so I decided to write my own novel to be fabulous, allegorical novel. And I can shortly give you just like a hint about or a sketch about the novel and the main idea of the novel. The novel is regarding a group of fish who are living in a crowded place in the sea, and there are many characters with different characters and characteristics, of course. And my protagonist is a fish called Memes. This fish especially is passionate, has a lot of dreams and so on. And also there is a character. It is a shark actually. His its name is Donut, and for the occupation will be represented in the human submarines who bother the lives of the fish. And for the resolution, inshallah, it is gonna be that all the fish will see the ocean. And the ocean, I will leave a space for the reader to analyze this ocean as they wish. Like you can see it as the peace, you can see it as the end of the war, or living abroad, traveling abroad, and so on. So yes, that's it.
I promise
So,
it's deep.
yeah. Okay, good. Yes, go ahead.
It's deep now, inshallah.
So, novelists, but are you going to continue writing poetry, Hada? Because it was very powerful what you wrote.
Yes, of course. I cannot live without writing, and writing poetry is something so special, I think. Having this ability to write with, whether it is a free verse or with a rhythm and rhyme, I think it is a special merit for a person to have this capability. So, of course, I will continue writing poetry and different types of writing.
Do you have any poetry you'd like to read now?
Actually, I have Arabic versions,
Please go ahead.
but they are in Arabic. Just give me 1 minute so I can
Okay.
get them out.
Yeah.
Yes, just
Okay.
give me some time.
Let me ask Rula. Would you like to contribute? your writing.
Yes. Say a story or read it from the book.
Either.
Say my story or read it from the book.
You can choose.
Okay, I will say it. So my journey as a medical student was not easy. When the war began, I just started living my dream. I was accepted in Al-Azhar University in medicine, which was my dream field. Then I attended just 1 week before everything changed. We were ordered to evacuate and leave everything behind. I displaced 7 times. While displacement, I decided to travel to Egypt to continue my education in Cairo University. But the Israeli occupation attacked Rafah and closed the crossing. I was confused and we fled again to Khan Yunis. Then at the same time, my original university in Gaza, Al-Azhar University, decided to begin an online classes, which was very crazy idea while the war was flaring up. So my mom told me that I should continue my education here, no matter the circumstances will be. At first, I refused. How I will continue in a place like that? No sense of normalcy, no internet connection, no electricity, no water. So then I decided to continue. I installed an eSIM on my phone and climbed to the rooftop to download lectures and continue with my university. Under the buzzing drones, I was feeling scared every single time and depressed how I will continue my education in a place like that. So I was walking for distance to reach a hub connection to download lecture and to continue with my university. Then I always remember the quotation, life is not about waiting for the storm to pass, it's about dancing in the rain. So in a place like Gaza, you can't stop and give up. You have to be always standby. So I'm proud of myself and I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm a genocide survivor. And if I not continue my education, I'm nothing. But now I'm a third year medical student. So that's very crazy and grateful. I'm so proud of myself. And I'm very proud that I shared my story to the world and my voice reached the world. That's it.
Thank you. That's very moving. Thank you. Hada, did you manage to find something?
Yes, I have found a tweet that I have wrote it, addressed 2026. It was the end of 2025, and I would like to read it. Actually, it is written in English. That's why I have picked it up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read it now.
Please.
Yeah. Okay. Just 1 minute. Yeah. Shy rays of sun, the cry of the wind, cold December nights, trees, triggers like the human beings, a flock of passing birds, the echo of horse hoofs, a day no more than a flutter of an yield, and a night that lengthens like an olive tree slowly growing, scarves, blankets, layers of heavy clothes, the crackle of fire, the scent of burning wood. I linger over all of this as though I am seeing it for the very first time. The year reduced me to crumbs of day. 2025, the year that stripped me of my name, turned me into a stranger to myself, took my brother from me, my soul, the light within my eyes, tore away my warm home, unraveled every dream I held. It pushed me into a corner and made me watch my towers of hope fall one by one. Dear 2026, knock softly at my door. Step in the Step in on the tips of your fingers toward my sleeping bushes, and beware the sheet of glass that keeps me from myself. I do not ask you for happiness, only stillness. Yes, that's it.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
You like it?
Very, very much. Please continue to develop that. This is really lovely.
I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow, wow. Well, as Professor Zahid saying, amazing.
Thank you so much. It is
مبروك.
greatly appreciated.
Yeah, yes. I think Ope wanted to say something, wanted to read. Ope? Okay. And then Heba as well. Heba, do you want to contribute?
Yes, can I read one of my poems in the book?
Please.
Yes. I want to read To My Dreams. To my dreams on the other bank of the river. I'm like an hourglass, my grains slipping. Each time I reach across to touch the other side, the rippling waters swallow up my elbows like a jar seal tied. It's stubborn in the neck. On the first bank, where watermelon is a symbol, God, wandering in the whispers of the firewood, my head radiates with the glow of accomplished goals. Consumed by the flames of war, everything around me is silent, except the cursed cell, in which the sounds echo one after another. Every buzzing therein, a dream steaming in my head. Those moments drown me in tears, like a willow bowing to the ground, not in a prayer, but in sorrow, too heavy to bear. My passion never flattered, even when the rusty lock occupation tries to suffocate it. I crawl, I strive slowly inside the watermelon, Gaza, to know evil. The closer I get to my dream, its features change and flesh, as if testing my patience and faith. Days pass, but the dream is never completely dispersed. They tell me, dream, but I was born in a land where dreams die of hunger. My waist bones stick out, sharp as a gun, sticking out of a rusty lock. The occupation, not from hunger, but from the watermelon, Gaza, where dreams stay starving too. Still, my own one, somewhat alive, where there is the luck in all its cunning. May it try to block my path. I shall go in a dreaming, for there is still room to dream, to reach, to most intricate, the tiniest details. I will reach the zenith with my dreams.
Oh, wow. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Whoa. Gosh, what talent we have here. Who else would like to read?
Can I read something? Can I read something I wrote in Rafah city when I was in Rafah?
Please.
I actually wrote this, but I put it in my notebook, and I didn't see before, but now I will tell you. Okay?
Please.
Um, we always used to record a happy moment, and passion, worries, and everything is beautiful. But everything has changed now. We are recording the blood of children, young women. We record the home, mosques, schools, hospital, and street as destruction. We record the street, they turn into cemetery. We record massacre, genocide, and famines. We record children losing their parents and becoming orphans. We we don't want to get used to those scenes. We just want to go back to record the beautiful days. Just I heard this when I was in Rafah because we didn't used to record this scenes all the time. We always record a happy moment, but this is the first time everyone in the street hold the camera and recording masquerades, martyrs, dead, killing. Everything is bad. We recording this period. So yes, I wrote this when I was in Rafah.
Thank you for that. Thank you, Nadine. Who else would like to read something? Abdallah? No. Abdallah, can you hear me? We have Saad who joined late. Saad, do you want to contribute something?
Hello, am I audible?
Welcome, yes.
I was struggling for internet connections.
Yes. Do you want to read anything?
I don't know, I want to say a lot of things.
Say them.
I don't know from where should I start.
From the heart.
Okay, in this moment, in like these days, 2 years ago, one of my friends called Ahmed Ghaith killed. He is dead in Khan Yunis. He was my classmate, a mechanical engineering student. He was the most brilliant guy I've ever seen or I've ever known. He was my inspiration. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
He was incredible. So when we lose him, it's felt like we lose a part from our future. He just a guy with an incredible capabilities and passion for a good future as an engineer. So how many Ahmeds we lost in this war? How many people we lost? They 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 are our future. So we will complete his path, inshallah.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
I
Okay,
want to
well,
say,
yes, sorry.
yeah, I want to say about my home where my family were killed.
Go on,
Shall I start?
please.
Yeah. Actually, in that house, my parents woke up every morning with hope, and we gathered at night, believing tomorrow would be better and best. That same house became the place where they were killed and assassinated. They were murdered inside the home that once protected them. Now, when I think of that house, I don't see rooms anymore. I just see empty chairs, silent corners, and memories that hurt my remember. Our home is gone, and with it, a part of my heart that will never return. May Allah have mercy on their soul.
Thank you, Abdullah. Yeah, we've the time is getting on. I know it's getting late, especially in Gaza, and maybe we can. I mean, this is quite an experience for me. I could sit and listen to you all recite and talk about your experiences all night, all day, all week, and all year. But we have to end this at some point. I'm going to suggest that we ask um, Jacob Norris and Zahid to um, say the last words. And particularly mentioning the different translations that are coming out.
Thanks. I just want to mention something. I mean, you've heard today, Feroz, firsthand their experiences, their reflections. This is what you know, what I've experienced throughout, and I'm so privileged that I got to know them personally and on this level where they, that they're going through this live situation. And I just want everybody to know, the ones who are listening and the students here, that we are here for you guys. If you ever need anything to talk to us, to in any way that we can support you, you let us know. Okay, you let me know. We already have some work going on under We Are Still Here project, and we can support you in different ways to as best as we can. But going back to the book, I think the book has been a hit. In Gaza. I think a lot of positive feedback, positive comments, and the reception was quite good as well, quite positive. And I want to say to this, I promised these guys actually when we talked about the book for the first time, I said, I promise you I'll get your words out to the world, and as far as I can. Not knowing anything about book publishing, any of that, I was hoping that Jacob knows. So, and that's how we got to this stage. And now the book has been translated to different languages. So obviously, there will be an Arabic version, the original one. Obviously, a lot of them are written in Arabic. There's a Spanish version coming out, hopefully, from South America. There's a French version that was published already by Feroz in Daraja Press. And there's German and Italian. And we have done Portuguese already, but we haven't gone through that yet. But we can talk about it later. But anyway, some of the
And Chinese.
translations. And Chinese, Mandarin. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm kind of keeping my promise, guys. I'm still exploring Southeast Asia, especially the Malaysia, Indonesia, Bangladesh, those countries. I did reach out to somebody this week actually in Bangladesh, and they said they'll get back to me. So let's see.
Great. Great.
Thanks.
Jake.
Yeah, I just want to thank all of the students for their amazing work, and I know it's very difficult to speak about some very personal things and some very tragic things. So we really appreciate you joining us today, and we really appreciate all of your work in the book. These guys are turning into global stars. But just to repeat what Zahid said, all of these translations that are coming out, people all over the world are reading these words and being impacted by them. So many events have been taking place, just that I know of, events that have happened recently in Italy, in Chile, in Mexico, in Spain. I'm sure, Feroz, you know of many others as the editor-in-chief of Darajah Press. The words go out there, and then people are inspired by them, and they pick up on them and amplify them in many different countries and contexts around the world. So the struggle goes on, I think, and it's a privilege to work with these people.
Yeah, absolute honor to have the opportunity to meet you and to read your extraordinary work. It is so important what you have done. And if we at Darajah Press can be of any further help, support, we will certainly do so. And I think one point that we need to keep in mind, clearly more copies are needed in Gaza. So perhaps Zahid and Jake, we can talk about that afterwards and make it possible. And congratulations to all of you for extraordinary contributions. And my heart is deeply moved, as is my soul, from today's experience. So thank you all for joining us today. And I hope we have further opportunities to meet with you, to read your works, and discover some of these amazing novels that are coming out. I really look forward to reading them. So wishing you love and solidarity. Please take care, and we are with you. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. Take care. Speak soon.
Bye.
Bye.
I have a pleasure to talk with you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Can we do
Jake,
something
and
before we close?
yes, sure. What would you like to propose? Quickly.
Can every one of you, because I want to put this on my Instagram page. Okay, Hada? If every one of you hold a book like this, and one of you take a picture of us. Okay?
Yeah.
Please agree with me.
Yeah, everyone hold the book up. So Nadine, hold the book up for us all. Well, there is the book. Wish you well. Take great care of yourselves, and we'll be in touch. And Jake and Zahid, if you stay on when we finish this, we can have a quick chat, if that's okay. There are a few messages from Yahya Lababidi, listening in tears and full of admiration for those bright pinpoints of light in the dark sky of Palestine. Bless you all for inspiring us and reminding us of what is indestructible. From Yahya Lababidi, that is praise indeed. Thank you for sharing your stories, sending love and prayers and heart from Natalia Anuaka, 6835. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye. I will kill the internet provider.